Next drive. They had the interception last time and led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson now to throw. Underneath for Miller.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
What is that? 18! 54, Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On first down, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Mike's by 4. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Watson on first down. He's got Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Set. 19. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, tight.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, that's hot.
On 2nd and a couple. Watson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds here. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine.
That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here comes Carter. It'll wind up being a net of 41.
Let's go, baby.
9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards that time. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Now he'll pull it down. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. Shoves him aside. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Addison in there to get it. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Setting up the screen for Miller. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Mike 54. I want that. Give me that.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson forced out to his left. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
You better break kind of go.
The final shot before the break. Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson, flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And an alley to run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Panthers have recovered.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback would be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
55's mine, guys, 55. Rip left, rip left. Gun.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Yo, trip is here, baby.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Newton now to throw. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I got you. Great.
A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Bring it.
From the gun, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Good job.
Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the run.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Watson. And Stills bringing it in. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Got an open man, it's QT. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson dancing to touchdown, Texans. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now Newton, he's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Zach Cunningham with a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Steps away to his left. Going deep here for Stills. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
He's got it. And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
20. Hey, here we go.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Taking a shot for Samuel, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Tie right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Gonna wedge that, huh? Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Newton's going to throw it. 20. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he will get into the...
20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You wanna Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Four, Mike. Henry. Mike's by 4. No chance.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Running right, this is Ingram. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Jackson. Roberts got it. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Forced out to his left. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's bring it.
Throwing again. Newton escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Here's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Watch it.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. This pass into the arms of Snead. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Shaq Thompson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves. And maybe
touchdown, Carolina! Touchdown. DJ Moore taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You ain't going nowhere.
This is McCaffrey. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Come on. For real. Yeah, buddy.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Ready? Ready? Hey, we gonna make the 48 right now. Let's go. You better be afraid of me. Ready?
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
On first down, Ingram, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Mike 54. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
54, right there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll run it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Right there, 54.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. They go screen. This is Ingram. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Now it's Jackson, buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bruce Irvin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the... That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. 69 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
36. All right, Tila. 8.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Eluding the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leads them looking at a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
3 down.
Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Snead's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Hey, check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson being chased out left. It's complete to Snead. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one. and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 30 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Gun. Twist.
On first down, it's Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD, for Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
McCaffrey. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 54 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Jackson steps away to his left. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And spins away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton forced out to his left. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have defined routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
21 yards there on 3rd down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Gun.
From the 50, Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson now off the bootleg. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson on 1st down. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's caught by Roberts. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Brown, the lone receiver, left. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Dancing to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Throwing here, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
Run to the ball. Fly to the ball. Run.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now it's Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Like the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey.
Run.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right?